July 8th, 2021. I am CW Goetz. I am here doing a guest host position or function this evening, and it's a lot of fun here. Got invited to do this, and we're going to have a great time here. I'm going to make a little introduction before we do anything. I tell you what, today was a little disappointing weather for Illinois. I mean, it's been down in the low 70s, and it's like chilly outside, very damp and humid. That's no fun, right? But probably good camping and paddling weather, though, wouldn't you think? To start here, Michigan backcountry couple, Canadian native Colleen Kuehl and her American husband, Johnny, make no claim to being professional outdoor adventurers. However, the couple, both in their 50s, have an amazing enthusiasm for backpacking, paddling, camping, and overlanding, which can easily be detected while watching the couple's YouTube and Instagram videos. Johnny and Colleen also find a great deal of pleasure simply sitting around a campfire, sharing a beverage with old and new friends. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Backcountry Couples, the cool kids, Johnny and Colleen Kuehl.
Well, hey, y'all.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Hey, how's your weather there? That's always the first question I come off with.
Hey,
that was so good.
And no humidity actually today, which is kind of funny.
We got it all.
No, there wasn't actually.
We have plenty. I think you gave yours to us. So
no, the weather comes from you, comes across that lake.
You know, I think from us. It comes from the west, and it heads easterly. And we get our weather from the Mississippi.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't know how that works up there. I know if we were in, directly in Chicago, that would be the lake.
Are you north or are you south of Chicago?
I am southwest of Chicago.
Southwest.
Yeah. So if I lived in Chicago, we could maybe expect snow today. You never know.
Yeah, that is a true story.
Hey, only in Michigan you can get all four seasons in one day.
Yeah, right.
That's what they say, right? Mm-hmm.
And anything happens in Chicago too. That's another thing. So what have you kids been up to? Seriously, how was your week?
Ooh.
Well, work sucks.
Well, we just came off the long weekend, right? So we had a beautiful weekend up north, right? At a friend's cottage.
A lot of fishing.
There was some fish involved in that weekend, weren't there?
Yeah, we slayed the gills up there, man.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Yeah, we were on a hot spot bed, and just like when this was Friday late afternoon, and we were sitting on this weed bed, and there was starting a ton of boats on the lake, and you think, being fishing wise, a ton of boats, disturb stuff, which is bad. Actually, no, it's really, when it comes to bluegill fishing, it's really, really good because they scatter and they dive into the weed beds and for protection. And we lined up our boat right on the outskirts of that bed and just sitting there and just like plucking them, like eating popcorn out of a bowl.
Reel them in, as they say. Oh, that's funny. Well, now, were there any buzz bass involved in that trip?
No bass.
There's bass in the lake, but we didn't catch no bass.
Yep.
No, I mean the ever popular buzz bass.
What's buzz bass?
Alcohol.
Oh,
not on the water. Not on the fishing.
Sorry. I thought everybody knew that term. I'm the guy who lives in.
I never heard of that before.
Yeah,
you sound like they're fast fish.
Yeah. It is a fast fish.
It is.
Hang on.
Have enough of them. Yeah. Buzz bass.
Oh. I'll have to remember that.
Put that up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a term to pass along to your friends. And by the way, nice shirts you're wearing there.
Thank you.
Thank you for this. I got to tell you, as I said before, thank God you people send me clothes or I things to wear.
Well, you are welcome. Well, thank you. I got a cute little tank top. That's what mine is.
That looks awesome, man.
Yeah, it looks good. I love it.
How does Rod Stewart say? You wear it well. So that's very
cool. Yeah, love it. Thank you.
Very cool. No pun intended on that.
Right.
I will do that.
But
well, exactly.
Let me ask you this. First of all, how did you two meet each other?
On a river.
Doing buzz bass or, what?
No. I'll tell the story.
Who was the first one to speak and say, "Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
What's your name?
How you doing?" So I have family here in Michigan, and I came over for a visit with my mom 5 years ago now, maybe. And I met John through some mutual family friends, and he took me on a little boat ride up one of the rivers here, and I was like, oh, this guy knows how to operate a boat. I'm liking this. Really comfortable and everything. And we just kind of, hit it off and chatted. And of course, I had to, head back home to Canada. So we kept in contact, and John came to see me. I came to see him a few times. And then I made my way over here.
I'm guessing it was a lot easier back then to cross the border than it is right now.
Well,
right?
you could. Yeah.
Yes and no. But yes. He
was good.
There was still, still, with, I'm trying to think of the word. They were still kind of hesitant, but I think I hold the record for crossing.
It was so good.
Into Canada and coming back in the U.S.
So you had the frequent flyer card then.
Pretty much. I could get in through Canada customs in less than 30 seconds. It was so fast.
And I got through U.S. customs in 20 seconds.
Wow, that's pretty fast.
And that she was with me, and we were coming back over here just for a visit. I was picking her up, bringing her back here, and I was over visiting for a bit, and we're coming back, and I handed the border patrol, our IDs and stuff like that. Yeah. So where are you coming from? I said, I came from here. And I said, you got anything to declare? Just some gifts for my kids and a half case of Molson. He's like, what? Nobody likes a quitter. Gave us our IDs and off we went.
Wow. Nice. And you don't even know anybody there. They just get, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that.
So yeah, it's good. So hopefully, in the next couple months, those borders open up and we can, hightail it home. So
yeah,
good.
That'll be a two-week visit.
We did.
You were, it was a river. What were you doing? Just boating, or were you fishing, or what were you doing?
Yeah, we were boating.
Just boating.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny was in his bikini as well?
Almost.
Yeah. We were going to get a story out of you there for that.
Almost.
No. That one.
But it was really great for sure. Mm-hmm. And
how long did it take unexpected. When you met, since you met, before you got married?
Ooh, it was a whirlwind tour. We met in August and
got married in April.
Got married the following April.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like 8 months or something? Or
yeah.
I did that.
And I made the move over here, right? Like that was crazy.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad it worked out better for you guys than I did for me, because that was like 8 months. I go, wow, I don't know, Yeah.
We just knew. knew. Mm-hmm.
I think that's the key. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Who was the first one to speak? I'm curious.
Oh, definitely me.
That was you?
Oh, I'm a nonstop talker.
What did you say to him?
I know, right?
That's the truth.
What did you say to him? Big boy, or what?
Actually, that's not true. So
she said hi.
I did. We chat a little bit, but it was a bit of a. We're gonna sound like alcoholics, but it was a bit of a dry event kind of thing we were at, and then John asked if I wanted a mojito, and I'm like, yeah, I do. So don't.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's a mojito?
What do you mean? What's a mojito?
What's a mojito?
With rum,
simple syrup,
like
fresh mint,
mint, right?
I've never had that.
And,
yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So he hooked me up, and we just I was here for I think 10 days, and we just tried to hang out as much as we could and stuff like that, and that was it. It was awesome. It was easy. That's super easy.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great story, by the way.
Thank you.
So were each of you outdoor enthusiasts before you met, or was that something that sort of developed? Well, you're both on a boat on a river, so I'm assuming that
you go ahead first if you want.
Earlier in life, and with kids and stuff like that, we'd do the camping and stuff like that. But as my boys got older, sports took over. So that, camping and hiking, that kind of went to the wayside, because we were pretty much the boys were playing sports year round. So, and of course, now that my boys are older now and tapered off, the sporting events all, of course, tapered off, and then after meeting this young lady, we just, I don't know what
We just talked about it. So my dad was a big outdoors person,
We went
right?
on a
He was
backpacking
always
trip.
hunting and fishing, all that kind of stuff. And we grew up camping. And then before my teens hit, I had the opportunity and luxury, I'm going to say too, to attend a waterfront camp in Georgian Bay in Ontario. And it was like the best, like incredible. And I just got crazy addicted to it. Like I just loved being outdoors. And yeah, and then we just said, hey, what are we going to do, like to do it together? And then I think what we did was we had our big epic trip out west that we were going on. And I just said, why don't we camp on our trip out west?
Right. Yeah.
And so we started buying gear, the big, heavy, bulk kind of gear. And yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you do the overlander, the overland kind of camping back then, or is that something that kind of came along the way?
That overlanding just came just recently. I mean, our trip was more like car camping. So, I mean, we were at camping,
State
camping
parks.
spots, throughout our trip.
Yeah.
So no, nothing in the deep or in the backwoods or nothing like that. So,
But
all
you've always been tent campers though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not a hammock camper.
not yet.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
You don't know. You haven't tried it, darling.
Wait for that. Now, have you ever gone like canoe tripping? I'm sure you have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did 6 days, 7 days.
Yeah.
6 days.
6
I thought-
days.
Six days in Algonquin Park.
That's right, because I remember seeing that video. Thank you.
And it was awesome. And I'd camped in Algonquin Park, like, as a kid, like with my, family, whatever. And we had done a river camp, kind of like a trial, kind of to see how we were going to do dispersed camping on one of the rivers here in Michigan.
Yep.
And yeah, so we thought we had this and we just planned this trip. We talked to Gord Baker, right, with Algonquin Outfitters. And he hooked us up with a sweet little route. And John always says it was the hardest working vacation he's ever been on.
Yes.
It can be. It can be some work. So were you both canoe trippers before you got together, or did that just happen?
I had canoe trip before.
Never.
Oh, wow.
My
So
my first.
Did you teach, John? I mean, you kind of go here, honey, this is how this works. Or did you
I watched a lot of YouTube videos on how to paddle.
Well, you know what? At least you didn't just jump out there and go, I got it. I got this, Yeah.
Yeah, I had to learn the J stroke and I had to learn the Canadian J stroke.
There's a Canadian stroke.
Canadian stroke,
Mhm.
excuse me.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
stand corrected. So I was watching all that, and yeah, there's a lot of information, and
There is.
so, but yeah, I was like, oh, total newbie.
And we became a little obsessed with it too.
You got to start somewhere. I mean, nobody's born an expert. I mean, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so we were each of you guys, experienced at the same things. Now, you had the canoeing down, or the canoe camping that he didn't have. But were there other things that everything else did you guys have in common, or were there some things that maybe like you had to teach him a little bit of the canoe camping thing? How'd that work?
I think that together canoe camping, all the kind of backpacking stuff we've been doing together, right?
Yeah.
Like kind of sourcing it out. I think the one thing that we don't do is that we went to Mexico 4 years ago, maybe. And John did a little wreck dive.
A what?
Like a recreation dive down there.
Oh, wow.
Went back scuba diving.
Scuba. Okay, that's very cool.
But me?
It's funny. I had an opportunity to do that in Cancun, and I watched a little thing. You have to watch the little sort of instruction thing first. I said, yeah, no, I don't think I can do that. Because
No.
you take your thing off your
No,
Yeah.
he loves it. And that's where I can't do that. Like I'm just saying, I didn't like that claustrophobic feel. I don't even like the snorkeling unless I can kind of stand up. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's not my
Yeah.
thing.
Same thing. A little claustrophobic.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah. And then when you get down so far and you got to come back up, I'm like, and what if I don't make it?
I know. There's something there, right?
That's why you don't dive alone. You always dive with a buddy.
Right. And then, when we were in Jamaica, he did another one. And then when he came home and did lessons.
Oh, well, I'm working on my
Or whatever it was.
Well, I was getting my nitrox certification and such. So
It's crazy.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool.
It
So, I mean,
is.
so there are things that you guys don't do together then.
Correct.
That's about the.
I am the person sitting on the beach waving to you as the boat goes out. That's my job.
She's beach. She's the beach fluff.
I am beach fluff. That is true.
Have a
Yes.
good time.
You come over with a little towel and a water bottle.
Yeah, I have people on the beach. It's fine. Yeah.
Well, what's the thing then that you both enjoy doing together the most? And by that I mean like outdoor activity. I mean,
yeah.
because there's another obvious answer, I'm sure, but
Right. Yeah, there is.
I'm speaking about the outdoor.
We definitely love being on the water. There's just something. There's something empowering about it.
Yeah, anything. It doesn't matter. Lake, river. Yeah.
It's just.
It's like in what
pretty awesome.
capacity though? I mean, in a boat.
Yeah, canoeing. I mean, we have the same passion for canoeing. She has more of a passion for hiking than I do.
I love it.
And I have more of an overlanding passion than she does. But we still enjoy all of our facets. So
we do.
yeah,
we don't own a canoe yet either, so we're working on that.
That's the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if we're wait till Canoecopia or
Right. Yeah.
you know,
Right.
I don't know. Well,
that's what
we gotta
March.
go. We got to go talk to Bill over there at Swift and get something.
They'll
made.
be there exactly. And then
Yeah.
you know what too, CW, we actually were on the Pine River last year.
Oh,
And there's a bit of in kind of in conjunction with your episode of your show yesterday, there was a little bit of whitewater.
Yep.
And we'd never done that before. And my first reaction is, put the paddle down, hold the gunnels, and go, oh my God, which is like the wrong thing to do.
This
right?
is Colleen's reaction when we were going through a couple of wavy rocks. So just a very light, it's kind of, we'll call it a heavy class 1, light class 2. She's like this. Ah! Paddles
Nice.
up in the air.
Oh my God.
And she's
I
like
know.
gritting teeth. I'm like, paddle.
There's an old saying that if you don't know what to do, don't do nothing. And
Okay. I did that really
I like
well, but
we didn't get wet.
we did not tip.
Oh,
We
good
didn't
for you.
get wet. We kind of figured out real quick on how to kind of maneuver through it. And then
Fish.
after it, we were like, you know what we need? We actually should take a whitewater lesson.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's
and we're
something.
also paddling with the wrong kind of paddles too.
Oh my God.
So I mean,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we had deep. We were using our deep lake
We
paddles
forgot.
in a river.
I know.
So
Wow.
didn't. I mean, we managed, but now that we have river paddles,
Right.
we would be
Right.
way better off.
Have you ever dumped a canoe together?
Never.
Nope.
I have never my entire life either.
Really?
She dumped a kayak, but she didn't dump a canoe.
Okay. I wondered how that worked out for you. If you
She had a few buzz beers with her.
the buzz bass.
Buzz
Buzz bass.
Buzz bass. Buzz beers.
Buzz bass.
You got buzzed on beer.
I think they were
Yeah, you get them.
shots.
You get them.
The Jello
I think they
shots.
were Jello shots,
That's-
not like.
Buzz bass
That
comes
was
in many
terrible.
flavors. Yeah, right. Oh my god. Yeah, if you do that, that's a good recipe for doing a little flip.
It was definitely.
Now, so what's the longest trip that you guys have ever done together? I mean, like staying out there by yourselves, just the two of you.
6 days.
The 6 days in Algonquin Park.
Let me ask you this. Do you ever get on each other's nerves? There's just the two of you, 6 days. Does anybody kind of get a little edgy, after on day 6? Or do you get along
No,
marvelously the whole time?
We did.
we did.
We didn't.
No,
We didn't get along. We didn't get along.
no, that was a trick. That was a trick question.
Like,
Extract that,
what?
reverse it. No, we got along and
Yeah.
we didn't have any issues. Let's keep that perfectly clear.
I love it. That was a trick question, kids. No.
Yeah. So we have not chores that we do at camp, but we definitely have our own, things that we do. Like when we get to our destination, I do something and John does something. So kind of like there's this unwritten or unspoken word, right? That this is what gets done. Like I would never go, you should put the tent over there. You know what I mean? Or we need more firewood. Like I would never do, never, not in a million years. I might say paddle harder, paddle faster.
I do that.
But that's about it.
Oh, that's
No, you're more like left,
Left, go.
I can't see it.
No, your other left.
I do that. That is true. But there's our rock,
Oh, that's
Exactly.
hilarious.
Yeah. So no, we're really good together that way. Like we're
Teamwork.
I hate to say it, but we're even keel.
But
You know what I mean? Like
That's pretty good.
yeah.
Because on my trips, usually somebody gets bitchy after about day 4. A cranky.
They just need more camp juice.
Well, and then I think too is that we that's
Maybe
true.
too much.
It is. So we no, and I mean I don't even like bring on the dirt and the grime, and I love all that stuff.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think the biggest problem usually comes in the morning when somebody wakes up and they're just not a morning person. And no matter how you cook their eggs, it's gonna be wrong.
Right.
No,
right. I'm okay with that, but I do like to have a bit of a coffee.
Are both of you, are you morning people? When you get
I am.
Bam, right out of bed, ready to go.
Okay, well, let's
I have a two-parter.
She's a two-part person when it comes to mornings. If she's somewhere near like ocean and beach, she'll be up at 6 a.m. at a blink of an eye.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Here, she's like a teenager, more like 8, maybe 9.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I suppose that makes sense. I mean, you when you go to bed, you're thinking beach in the morning, man. I can't wait to get out there.
Absolutely. I don't want to miss a thing on vacation.
You're having beach dreams, probably, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you're out of bed. It's like cartoons on Saturday morning when you were a kid, right?
Oh, I couldn't wait.
I bet, right?
We used to get that from my folks. It's like, you people, you last minute to get up, get your breakfast, get your shower, but man, Saturday morning's cartoons, bam, you're right there. You would right at 6 o'clock. So yeah, I think that's normal. It
is. But when I'm on vacation, I don't want to miss a thing. Definitely.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I always get up, I get her coffee going for her, and so
perfect.
Yeah. She goes, almost.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
That means like almost is like anywhere between 10 and 45 minutes.
Are you ready? Almost.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
So there's a parameter.
But
it's almost.
But it's very positive. Almost. It's not like I'm not coming.
What do they call it when the service guy is going to come to your house? What do they give you? Like what is it? A
4-hour window.
Oh, I don't have a 4-hour window to get out of bed anymore.
Sometimes
it's a 45-minute window. It's all good.
that is quite true.
Yeah,
I love you.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, let's talk about camping here a little bit. How about first of all, I'm curious, what kind of camp juice? Hey, we're talking about this. Camp juice usually finds its way into the food barrel on your trips. That's what I want to know.
That's a good question.
Yep.
Is it always the same thing too, or do you mix it up? Switch it up.
99.9% of the time it's tequila.
Tequila, straight up, or like a
straight.
So, really? So you don't mix any orange juice in there or anything like that, or?
No, you kill the good flavor.
Just like a little nippy nip, you know what I mean?
No, we don't.
Just a thimble full, right?
Just a little nip, yep.
So no, we always get good tequila, and it does not require any silly salt or limes or nothing like that.
Oh wow, you
know what it's like. I mean, unless you're if you're on a river, it's easy to pack beer because you're not portaging or anything like that, right? I mean, who doesn't want to have a little vibe a little when you get done paddling at the end of the day or hiking or whatever. Sure. We actually have hiked in beers on one of our trips. But
how'd that work out?
It was heavy. Well, for you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Was he the mule, the beer mule?
Pretty much, yeah. It was so when we were up in the Porkies.
When the Porcupine Mountains.
We got some free beer from one of the breweries up there, and because we told him where we were going and hiking, and he's like, "Here, take this on your trip." And we brought in a 6-pack, and while we were setting up camp, I threw the 6-pack in a bag and threw it out in the lake, and it kept it nice and cold.
Lake Superior, right?
Yeah.
It was icy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was definitely worth the wait.
Wow.
But most of the time it's our camp juice in a platypus bag.
Oh, that's yeah. The funniest thing I've seen is people pulling a separate little boat for their beer. But it's in a cooler, of course.
Yeah, in a cooler on the rivers or whatever they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that for sure too.
That's special buzz bass right there.
Right? Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Dustin just has on here. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, we're gonna say hi to some people. Let's do that.
Yeah. So this Dustin, hey, Mark. He wanted to know what the mint camp juice was, and what. So we were hiking with Everybody Knows a Dave, and he adopted the term camp juice from us, and he brought mint and put it in his hot chocolate in the morning. That was his.
That's peppermint schnapps.
Yeah, but he wrote mint camp juice on the thing.
Oh,
remember?
right. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Let me say hi to some people here that have been chiming in. Backcountry Paddler.
Hi, Mark.
Brothers Camping.
Hi, Chris.
And we got Waterborne Camper. Hey guys, have fun
Yeah,
tonight.
he's from New Brunswick.
Yeah.
So he's out there. That's a bit of a time difference there.
Oh, Northology.
Northology. They were our guests last week. Hi, guys. Which we're going to camp. We're going to see you on Saturday. We're hooking up with them.
Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
We got
Awesome.
Yeah.
We got Chris in here from Hiking Guy. Hi, he's from Indiana. I love it.
Oh.
And I do love this. I love meeting all of these people, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we're actually going to do this weekend. We're hooking up with some like a little meet and greet for overlanding.
Yeah, overland meet and greet.
So just to kind of get around some like-minded people and kind of see what trails we're gonna hit on and end up on and go camping and for future use. So it's gonna be fun.
That's pretty cool. That's very cool. Backcountry Camper. Wow, isn't he nice?
Backcountry Camper. Where is he?
He is
Backcountry Camper.
Paddler. What did I say?
Paddler.
Camper?
Oh, yeah, Paddler. Mark. Oh, yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, not what I said, what I meant.
Yeah, right. That's what I say. Exactly. Right. Exactly.
Hooks and hammock, man. Yeah, there it is. Backcountry Paddler.
There he is. I was like, who's that camper in the house here?
Yeah.
But that's Mark. He's got some really cool videos too. So he's I think he was going to go on a trip this weekend. So, and the weather is not looking in his favor, which really sucks, but
yeah. Who's the peppermint schnapps? Is that you?
That was me.
You know, I love that stuff. We used to drink that in high school. Oops, did I let some cat out of the bag there? But I'll tell you what, that is good stuff, isn't it?
Heck yeah, making I remember my mom, she loved grasshoppers.
Well, yeah. Well, that's cream to mint though, wasn't it?
It is.
You know, one thing about peppermint schnapps in the morning, even after you brush your teeth, you don't need to use mouthwash. That peppermint schnapps.
Oh,
who was it that said those little toothpaste things in the sink? They get hard. You know, those were breath mints or
yeah. Oh, and now backpackers use those because they're lightweight.
Yeah,
right.
The dehydrated toothpaste.
That's right. Exactly.
How about your favorite non-alcoholic beverage? You know, the stuff you have before noon. What are you doing there? Is it coffee? I knew your coffee.
I'm a coffee girl.
Chaga tea.
He likes chaga.
I was going to ask about tea. Chaga tea. Yeah.
Have you ever had that?
No. But I didn't want to seem stupid. Like I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what your other drink was either. So, I'm just gonna,
it's either water, coffee, or tea.
Yeah.
And that's true. That is true.
You ever get into the hot chocolate thing and, it's chilly winter or not winter?
Not so much. Not so much. No. A little hot tea every once in a while. That's about it, though.
Yeah. No chocolate. See, because where I come from,
well,
all of the women
we have a flavored collagen. So when we have our coffees,
that's true.
Colleen has vanilla. I have chocolate flavor.
Oh, that's cool.
So
that's very cool. So you're not a chocolate freak then, Colleen?
Not really. I prefer cheese over chocolate.
Oh, wow. Coffee all day, every day, Backcountry Paddler.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or Bloody Marys. We love Bloody Marys.
This is turning into the alcoholic backcountry.
You can have a non-alcoholic.
This is the bartender's episode of Backcountry.
Here's the thing. I've been in the restaurant business my entire life, and I know how to host a good party. So it does go hand in hand having that, definitely.
Well, okay, so talking about the restaurant thing, I mean, what's your favorite meal to make at camp? I mean, what do you like making? You got any favorite backcountry recipes or anything like that, or what?
So always day one's either a steak and some sort of vegetable that can be grilled on the fire. So
Mhm.
whether that be asparagus, zucchini.
Yep. So we're backpacking,
Did we do
canoeing,
Brussels sprouts? No, we haven't done
whatever it
Brussels
is. Like we
Yeah.
will pack it in even if it's heavy, right? We pack it all frozen, and then when we get to camp, it's obviously thawed.
Mhm.
But yeah, day one is always fresh food. Always,
Good stuff. Day one. Yeah.
always.
She makes a great dehydrated chili.
That's
Oh,
right.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's
I do love the dehydrator.
Yep.
Isn't the dehydrated stuff great?
It is
Oh,
really
yeah.
good. It is.
You can make it up in the winter. What I do is make it up in the winter, and it's ready for the spring. You throw it in the food barrel, and it doesn't weigh anything. You know?
No.
Little space. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm working on some different
yeah,
recipes and
I
stuff
mean, there's
too, but
some-
it's hard.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's some good backpacking meals out there and stuff like that. But
Some
I mean,
of them.
there's some. I mean, the majority of them have a ton of stuff you need to have a science degree to read.
Oh yeah, way too much stuff.
Some
So
of them
I mean, that's why we love to dehydrate our own stuff because
Yeah.
we know exactly what's in it.
And they're not the cheapest thing in the world either. I mean, if you're
No.
out there for 6
Mhm.
days,
Right.
and you're gonna
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
Each one of those meals costs anywhere from $9 to $12.
Sure. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they can absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, nothing against them because I understand. I mean, you guys got to make some money, and there is some work into that, but
Right.
it gets pricey if you're going for a long trip.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you dehydrate your own meals? Oh, too slow. Envy. Okay, but you do. I mean, how much do you dehydrate, Kelly?
So we just got it last year. And again, it's a bit of, like John was saying, a bit of a science kind of thing to it. So I did a little bit of reading up and I've been following people, whatever. So I did fruit, right?
Mhm.
Like some, strawberries and some blueberries to put like in our oatmeal stuff in the morning.
I do jerky.
He makes jerky. And then I made the chili, of course. We did there's a really cool company out of Indiana called Hoosier Hill Farms, and they make dehydrated dairy products.
Oh, sure.
So like dehydrated cheese and like sour cream and stuff. So it's pretty cool.
I've not seen the cheese, but we did. I had some dehydrated butter. I didn't care for that.
Okay, I haven't used that yet.
Yeah,
We usually pack in butter though.
Yeah, butter is one of those things that keeps. I mean,
It's fine. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
the squeeze parquet. Remember those?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Get it in, Kelly.
Okay,
Get it in.
well.
It's better than dry toast, though, right? I was going to ask you something. Oh, but dehydrating. Johnny, your jerky. Do you do salad cuts on a piece of meat, or do you do it ground it up and into the gun?
I do. I get ultra lean ground beef,
Mm-hmm.
and then I use a dehydrating mixture or seasoning and make that up, and I'll just make strips.
It's
Okay,
called a gun blaster or something. No, the meat blaster,
Yeah.
right?
It's the jerky blaster.
Oh, the jerky blaster. I knew it was blasting
I was
something.
going to say, okay, so that's the gun.
So yeah, so I can make nice, perfect,
Yep.
every single time.
Yep.
It's
Absolutely.
tasty. Mm-hmm.
Spaghetti. There you go. We can dehydrate spaghetti. I'm sure you've done that before, Colleen, right?
It's
Made us
easy peasy. Do all that. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy peasy for all that for sure. It's good. I love it.
We
And it
do
goes-
we do a little alternative. We don't do regular noodles. We do
We try to do like zucchini noodles,
Zucchini
just
or,
something a little.
or butternut squash noodles.
Yeah. And they've been really good too.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah.
We have a trip for 6 days in September, so I'm just trying to think a little bit outside the box this time around that we haven't tried. So working on some stuff for that.
Let me
Right.
ask you a question.
Yeah.
Have you ever made, if you guys do dehydrated stuff, and we were actually, we planned on doing a video here about a month or so ago.
Oh.
And I postponed this, but we were going to show people how to do things like gourmet meals. All right. I would consider a gourmet meal on a trip. Have you ever done a casserole or a meatloaf on a trip?
Nope.
That means where you take dehydrated ground beef and you put your, of course, you've got pasta and that sort of thing. And you've got like the powdered milk, the dehydrated dairy products, and you mix this all together and you'll have like what I have is a anodized aluminum I think it's by GSI.
Okay.
It's one of those, what do you call them? And so we'll bake that. We'll put it on the coals, and of course not in the coals, but above the coals a little bit.
Yeah.
On the top. and you bake that for 40 minutes, 45 minutes sometimes, depends how how hot your coals are, and you got a great meal.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, you bake a little bread next to the fire, and you're
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, get one of those reflector ovens.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
You make some
I
nice
love
bread.
it.
That way.
And that's what I love when you you stumble across people, you have a conversation with somebody, you always learn something, right? Or another recipe or another way. And I like that a lot.
There's three things, and see if you guys are as a couple or you're in this with me. Three things. I want to eat well, I want to sleep well, and I want to be comfortably dressed. Those are the three requirements.
I agree.
Anything else we do is fine. Are you guys both in on that one?
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
You ever
I'm a
have
bit of
these?
a cold sleeper though, so I have to make sure that I'm a little extra toasty.
Oh, okay. So you need a little more, a little more
I
blanket.
do. Yep.
Do you ever sit around as a couple and have conversations about like when you're going camping and what you didn't like about the last one, how we're going to improve the next one? Do you ever do that?
Oh yeah.
We totally debrief. That's our thing. No, it's a thing. And we do it like in the car on the way home. Not when we're like obviously on the trip still, but when we're although we make notes sometimes, like we'll try to remember. But on the car ride home, wherever we're coming from, we'll just say, what worked, what didn't work, what we forgot. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's crazy. And I'm a bit of a lister. I think I told you that before, and I just didn't read it 100% or whatever that was. And we see, what we could improve on. Like maybe it wasn't the right size of something to bring or whatever that is. But the debrief is definitely really good.
Do you find that you're bringing more equipment now than what you used to, or the other way around?
Other way around.
Yep, definitely. We've definitely streamlined. And one thing we do, because I do make a list now, is we have like in our spare room, we set up a table. So whatever trip we're going on, I set up a big, like a folding table, and I just start, we start laying stuff out so we don't, forget it. And it's in category, it's categorized, all that kind of stuff. And like we're actually heading to Illinois on Saturday. So for the Overland meetup, right? So we're kind of car camping-ish, but
Bite your tongue. That's a naughty word.
okay, we're not car camping. It's a meetup where we're camping. But anyway, so it's different. So my list is different for that, right?
Well, Colleen, I think those list things, that's the only way to fly. I mean, that's my opinion. But honestly, if you don't have a list, you will forget something.
100% for
Guaranteed.
sure.
Yeah, because you're all excited to go on a trip and a little anxious, and you're not going to remember that stuff. So they're good for you. Good for you. And I think, I don't lay things out, but as I go down the list, I pack them in certain, in the bags or the packs, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Food always get packed last with you guys. When do you decide what you're going to take on a trip to eat? Do both of you kind of get together on it?
We do. Yeah, we say, okay, we've got a meal plan, right? That's what we always say, right? And
that's
then
the very first thing.
That's the first thing
Gear
we do.
is second.
Yeah.
Meal plans first.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we know exactly what we're eating.
Right.
So, because figure out what we're going to eat, that'll be contingent of what kind of cookware we're bringing.
Right.
So we got to start. We got to start with that.
Yep. So you get the meal plan together. How soon before the trip are you talking about?
The week of.
Okay.
Week before kind of thing. But usually, the week of.
I mean, if it's a longer trip, then like when we do our big trip in mid-September, our big hike out there, we'll probably have that done by the end of August.
Oh my God, 100% for sure.
So, I mean, because I don't want to have anything left for detail, because once we commit and get up there and stuff like that, there's like, okay, what did we forget?
And we're supposed to have an extra day of food up on the island too.
Right. And you're supposed to have an extra day on the island. An extra day of right?
Extra day of food. Yeah.
Okay,
Backcountry Paddler, eating good. Oh, he went away. Where did he go?
Here he is.
Backcountry Paddler says eating good out there is key to staying happy. I secretly stash peanut M&Ms in my PFD for long paddles.
I'm not shocked, Mark.
What do you take for snacks, though, you guys? I mean, do you guys eat the same things? Or
we're not snackers. It's kind of weird.
Not
if anything,
no.
We'll have the jerky if we want that or whatever,
jerky,
but not.
We like
you don't pull over and just have a little snack.
No, no, it's kind of weird.
I mean,
we just don't.
the way we eat in our diet and
We
stuff
just
like that.
have
we
a
just,
good breakfast
big,
and
huge
we're good to
breakfast
go.
and,
Yeah.
and it sustains us throughout the
Yeah.
day.
But the jerky, you just mentioned jerky. Do you have a little jerky while you're paddling?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if we're on a long day of paddling,
Yeah.
we found ourselves, pulling a snack out in between one of the portages.
That's true. We did. That's true.
Because you're exerting a lot more energy and such.
Oh my god! I think I lost 10 pounds on that Algonquin trip. It was crazy.
It was awesome.
Oh, poof.
That's why I was surprised. I go, come on, you guys got to snack on something, man.
I know. I guess,
day.
but not so much.
Not like peanut M&Ms. I love that.
We invited Mark to come up and chat. I'll see if he wants to come up and talk about this too.
Yeah. Those are good though. I got to tell you.
Yeah.
Peanut M&Ms are the best. Let me ask you this: have you ever celebrated, like an event on any of your trips, like your anniversary or something romantic like that? Or,
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah, we have.
Was it your anniversary?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
So when all this crap happened around us, we, of course, right at the, during, of course, our anniversaries in April. And
so last April.
So we decided, we wanted to get out and go do something. That's like,
sure.
Right. We were rather reluctant to go out.
Nothing. Everything was closed, so we couldn't even go to the restaurants.
Yeah,
right?
no restaurants, nothing. She's like,
and we were really good cookers. You know what I mean? So
we took what do we have?
We took like some pad thai or something like that. Yeah.
So we went to a local small park, in inner city park that
Not
had.
Far.
It was. I mean, I think
no,
5 miles
it
away.
Wasn't far at all.
10 miles, not even that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it had some trails through it, and it was through the woods and stuff like that. But of course, everything's surrounded by houses. Mm-hmm. But we were hiking along, and I found a little gully which was off the trail. We went over it, got down into it, and we looked all around. You couldn't see any of the houses. You really couldn't see the trail, and it's like perfect. So we packed this. So the pad thai. We had a little vino.
We brought a little wine this time.
There you go.
We brought in tossed salad.
We made a little salad. Yeah.
And we did we film it?
We made a little video of it and I put it on YouTube, right? And we had just started our YouTube channel. We just started a YouTube channel like
March.
3 weeks before. And somebody who in the media who has followed us saw it.
One of the local TV,
right? So they saw it was
Channel 8 or 13.
I forget which one it was on. Anyways,
one of the local news companies.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, we were on the TV. So they took a little snippet from our video in the woods, and it was just kind of like looking at these two kind of thinking outside the box and celebrating, and that's what we did. So yeah,
it was fun.
When you guys, let's go back to packing for a second. I want to ask you this: when you guys pack for trips, how do you divide up the gear? I mean, do both of you pack? I mean, you have the same amount of weight and bulk in each pack, or does Johnny take the heavy stuff? I mean, I remember the Beer Mule story. So does he get the little heavier packs too, like that, or
right? So when it comes to backpacking, I carry all the cook system. Oh, yeah. I carry my own sleep system, my own clothes, and I carry, whether if we need a saw or an axe, I'll pack that. Of course, like I said, all the cookware. Colleen will pack her own sleep system, her clothing, and then the food.
I keep the food, and then all the lighting, right? I mean, he'll have his own
we have our headlamps,
that kind of stuff.
So,
we each carry our own knife. That kind of stuff.
But as the trip progresses, her pack gets lighter, mine doesn't change.
Whoop, whoop.
Hey, let me ask you this question. This is going to be okay. So when you do, when you're doing a 6-day trip.
Yeah.
All right. Do you, how many changes of clothes do you bring for that?
Hardly any.
2
pairs of socks.
3.
Okay.
And an extra t-shirt, a sweatshirt, a toque for the morning or that night, gotta have a baseball hat, bandana. No, I'm swapping it out.
Okay, now here's where it gets fun, right?
Okay.
have you ever tripped with friends, like you two guys in a canoe and somebody else too in a canoe? Have you ever done that?
Not yet.
We have
Always been
not.
there. Okay. Well, then that negates the question because I was going to say, is it easier to put up with your spouse's than it is total, your friends or anything like
Yeah.
that? How does that
I know
work?
what you mean. It's true. It's true. But after Algonquin, we stopped at my mom's, who lived just outside of London,
Mhm.
just to, before we headed home kind of thing. And that was my first shower I'd had after being 6 days in the backcountry. And I'm like, Mom! And she comes into the bathroom and the bathtub is black. Like it was so dirty. It was crazy. And she's like, oh, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, you ever go, I wonder how long I can go before I can't stand my own smell.
Yeah.
You ever
But
get to that point?
we had a little bird bath in the lake and stuff like that.
And we did that. We jumped in the lake, and then of course, fire smoke's a natural deodorizer.
Oh, that's true too. That's true.
We didn't have to resort to like brushing our teeth with charcoal or anything like that, but
No.
Pine needles, right? Yeah.
Oh, yuck.
It's been done, kids.
I bet.
Oh yeah. What's the one piece of gear that each of you couldn't really live without on the trip? Since we're
Knife.
talking about that kind of stuff.
What did you say, honey?
I say knife.
Your knife?
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably true. Ooh.
Not the tequila.
That's a close second.
That's a piece of gear.
No, I don't know. I really like my camp chair.
Yep.
I like that. I think
Not
that
just you like it, but you couldn't live without it.
I could live without it.
So then no.
Okay.
What couldn't you live?
Oh, maybe my new piece of gear. Can I say it? My Kuehl cloth?
Your Kuehl cloth?
You ever heard of that?
What is that? No.
Right.
I'll let her describe
It's
that
like a little pea rag.
No, I'm sorry, what?
Like a pea rag.
Looks like a pot holder.
It looks like a pot holder, but it's just
Interesting.
like
Antimicrobial,
whatever.
Microbial?
Microbial, whatever.
Yeah.
I know, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'm fine to go pee in the woods. It's not a big deal. I can, I would say you just shake it off.
Shake it.
There you go,
You
Taylor.
just say that in baseball. Shake it off, man. But it's a whole
Well,
different
I always tell John that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go sing my Taylor Swift now. Shake it off. Shake it off.
Dustin here says coffee press. Wouldn't it be kind of fun to see what everybody else, just for a second here, if they can
Yeah,
check
let's
in.
see.
Yeah. Okay, so Dustin, that's cool. Coffee press. And I got to it wouldn't be the press for me, but I can tell you, if I don't have my coffee, I'm just going to be a bad person that whole day.
Yeah. We have done pour over in the back. We've done
That's
a
what
press.
I used to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we? No, we didn't do a press in the backcountry.
And we've got a and then
I'd like to get one of those aero presses and try them out.
Is that what you use?
I almost think that the pour over really tastes a lot like the drip coffee maker.
Mhm, I like that.
I do too. It's
Mhm.
minimal equipment. I mean, it's just a
Right.
little green,
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing to wash. Hardly. Well, you have to rinse the screen on, but
Yeah,
Right.
we normally do instant.
Jacqueline headlamp, and yeah, definitely.
That's key too, Jackie. That's true.
Have you ever had some serious equipment failures out there in the backwoods, as it were?
I thought we were going to almost one. Yeah, remember we went and did our first winter camping, and one of the little poles, like that little extension part, it kind of snapped, and it's like, and it was like in the middle of winter in February.
March.
No, that was February.
Was it February?
Yeah, and we were struggling, and I was like, "Oh, brother!"
So
And it was our first time doing it.
So your exoskeleton of your tent, everything hooks up to you, and you got the inner sleeves that connect, with the bungee that snap together. Well, one of the inner sleeves slid all the way in, and you couldn't connect one of the sections, and it was part of the top rib that went across the top of the tent. Oh, luckily I've already fixed this once before, so I knew how to repair it. So I just, undid. I took my pliers, popped off the end, and was able to, retract the bungee and then extract it that way, and then just held it out long enough so I could put that sleeve back on. So
that was the close call.
That was that's
yeah,
very minute in my book, but
Did you ever have like you didn't have a flashlight that worked, or you don't have a lighter, or your lighter ran out of stuff and you don't have any, flint and steel or that kind of?
Nope.
I always make sure I have all that. I haven't had to.
We've been lucky that way, definitely.
You've never
You're
been
welcome.
SOL, huh? On a trip. That's good. That means you're packing well and you're thinking
We're
about
following the list.
Yes, exactly. That's why we have a list, right? Well, so okay, well, we talked about the romantic trip, with the anniversary. By the way, which anniversary was that? Was your first one?
Oh, third.
Your third
It was
one.
your third anniversary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool. Let's talk about the other side of the coin, the unfortunate things, or maybe the surprise things. Have you ever had any surprise wildlife encounters, or like some other situation that was a little scary? It's like, oh my God, right?
So the only thing that I, in half sleep, witnessed was during it was moonlight hour, and it was like probably our second night in Algonquin. I heard the loons, I heard wolves and coyotes, all in different sections around the lake that we were on. I can't remember what lake we were on. Starts with an R.
I'll think about it.
No, that was first night. Second night. Anyways, in a silhouette, I don't know if it was coyotes or wolves that were walking by the tent, but I was, like I said, I was half asleep, and that was about it. I didn't, and of course, we saw a ton of paw prints, but it was kind of tough.
You're talking right next to the tent.
Yes, literally.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've got another story. When we were in Canada, we were on Flower Pot Island. Have you ever heard of Flower Pot Island?
Oh,
in Tobermory.
That's nothing.
So it was two things. So one is there's no bears on the island, but there's a bear box, right, to put your stuff in, because the squirrels and the chipmunks are thieves.
That's Carl.
Oh.
There are times that those little critters do more damage than
one's over here looking I'm cute, and the other one's like stealing your socks. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's a regular chip and Dale.
And the other thing on Flower Pot Island was it's almost called Snake Island. Like there's millions of snakes on the island.
Yeah.
So when we got to our campsite, there were piles of snakes like right along the water on Georgian Bay. It was crazy. So I could have done without that, but
you think those little chipmunks work in pair? I mean, they work together, and one's a distraction while the other one's.
There's gangs. Yeah, there is.
And it doesn't help the tourists feed these things.
See, that's what always makes. Yeah, that's why they don't do that. Because that's exactly what happens.
There's signs everywhere, and there's this young lady and her son. They're like sitting on the park bench, feeding the the squirrels and chipmunks Cheez-Its. I'm like, stop doing that.
Yeah, I feel like they're from.
Huh?
Yeah,
and you goof them up. You goof them up that way too. Here's a question here: waterborne camper. What's at the top of your list? And this is a good question here. What's top of the list for the piece of gear you guys would love to have? In other words, there's something you guys are going. One of these days, we're going to get that thing.
I'm going to say it's probably something overlanding.
I guess it all depends on what festive outdoors. Well, if it's overlanding, I got to build a roof rack for the car.
I think you want a roof rack, but that's not really gear.
But as for camping gear and stuff like that,
like we have all of our backpacking gear.
I would love to get a French press or AeroPress. One of those ultralight ones.
Okay.
If you could only ever use one tent or hammock from now on.
No hammocks.
No hammocks.
We're not hammocking. We're not hammocking.
Shh. Hold your tongue, woman.
He knows.
You got to try it.
All right. What's this about puking on a skunk? What is that?
Oh, that was Jackie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's that
Jackie.
Is it easy?
She told a story around the campfire once, and I can't really remember how it goes, except that it was just not pretty, and she got the skunk back, basically.
Okay.
Basically, I think how it kind of went there. Yeah.
Whoops, too many camp juices.
What's that?
Yeah, there's the brothers camp in a hot tent. Ooh.
Yeah.
So that is true.
I would love to have a hot tent.
Have you ever hot tent in CW?
I have. And I did it once, and I liked it. But what I don't like is going to the bathroom in the wintertime outside.
Right.
that's not as much fun as it sounds.
Right. Right.
But it's just for a short, quick minute or
Well, that'll
35, 40 seconds, but you're more miserable sitting in the tent holding it.
That all depends on what you ate the night before and how well it agreed with you, Jenny.
Well, that's a true story too. So we were looking at getting a hot tent, and that was our goal. And then it just wasn't going to materialize because they were so popular that everybody was like, buying them up like crazy. So here, Backcountry Paddler, right, is saying any plans on getting a hot tent. Well, we actually bought, what do you buy, honey? Our sleeping bags.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have negative 40-degree sleeping bags, so
sure.
So we were the last 2 times we winter camped. We cold camping. Is that what you call it? Yeah. Cold camp, cold tenting, whatever.
Or cold tenting. It's not hot tenting.
It's not hot tenting.
It's cold tenting.
Know. But it was fine. Like it was good. But that's a learning curve too, right? Like insulating from the ground up and everything like that. So.
Yeah. And the camping pads, I think we did an episode on my show about sleeping mats and get the right insulation sort of thing. And that makes a world of difference. Backcountry Paddler mentioned the Gatorade bottle. Yes. And that's just a standard thing,
It is.
And this is the story. Make sure the lid's on tight.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
I won't go into detail, but yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, so you'd never had any attacks or anything, though? I mean, you ever had anything chasing you or anything like that?
And we carry bear spray.
Yeah.
Right. So, and we've never had to use it.
You know any snakes or anything that you've ever?
So when we hike, I'm always the person that's in the front, right?
Right.
So I get greeted all the time. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so there's a quick scream like, ah!
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yeah, she goes, it's a snake. I said, when I look, I said, oh, it's just a milk snake or it's
and it's fine. Once I get over it, it's fine. Right. So it's no problem.
But you've been surprised though a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely surprised. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a good deal. I mean, that's pretty typical. That's pretty normal. How about storms? I mean, what's the worst weather? Have you ever got in some serious weather situations and were scared? I mean, honestly.
When we were up in the Porcupine Mountains on our 3rd day, we were literally
20 feet,
20 yards from Lake Superior, and a huge storm front came in, and they were over like 30 miles an hour.
It was crazy. And it came up so fast.
So it was a southeasterly heading. It was really wicked. Luckily, where I pitched the tent, and of course in the Porcupine Mountains, a lot of the area that was of a dry ground because it rained so heavily. The week before and even a couple days during our hike, a lot of the soft ground was nothing but mush and marsh. So all the elevated ground was rock and slate. But luckily, I was able to wedge some stakes in between and secure it. But where I pitched the tent was, we were lucky enough there was just enough of a berm from the lake to where the tent was. So we were probably maybe a half a foot or right at sea level, but the berm was just enough. So when the wind was coming off that lake, it came and shot over the tent. But nevertheless, the heavy rains were just pounding.
It was crazy.
It was pounding so hard. It was going through the fly, and we would just got little mists going through. So we stayed perfectly dry.
And then we ran into a couple of hikers the next morning.
Oh, their tents collapsed.
Yeah, like I said, the wind was just intense. So we were in a really lucky spot. And we were supposed to stay another night, but another storm was supposed to arrive. And we're just like, yeah, we don't need to do that again.
Have you ever been flooded out of your tent?
No.
Not yet?
No, we've been like lucky. Have you had that?
Not yet.
I don't want bite your tongue.
Everybody's been flooded out of their tent, hasn't they, at some point?
No.
The key is, though, like Cliff Jacobson says, put the plastic inside the drop cloth.
I know. I
remember in Michigan, by the way, at the we were at a campground. We had I think gone to my father-in-law's house. We were just having a little vacation. We went to this place called Silver Lake, and we checked out the dunes.
Right.
And stuff like that. And it was actually the state campground there. But anyway, it stormed. It rained. I think they had like 3 inches of rain that night, or 2.5, something like that. And I'm telling you, at some point, and that was before the ground cloth days, before we put that
Yeah.
inside. And I remember we both woke up because it was lightning and like it was coming out of your back pocket, right? And pushing on the tent. I mean, I think it came up 4 or 5 inches that we were able to push down. It was like a water bed, and we were laughing about that. We go,
Oh my
"Can you imagine it
gosh.
starts leaking," and no sooner did we say that, and we had water streaming.
Oh,
And
Oh man.
oh yeah. So we went into the car, but and that's where you learn, the things like Cliff talks about with the drop cloth. I'm telling you, it works, and it's foolproof. Have you ever? I mean, like, how about winds? I mean, what kind of high winds did you have, and especially overlanding? That's got to be, the wind's got to affect your tent up there, doesn't it, a little bit?
Well, we haven't really experienced anything like
and we don't
that.
have a rooftop tent.
Oh,
No, we tent
No.
on the ground.
We're
Yeah.
we're
oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were up in the air. Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't like
Sorry,
those.
I can't bring myself to paying $2,400 for something that I'm going to use a
Yeah.
handful of times sitting on the roof of my or the hood of my roof of my vehicle.
Yeah.
Where
And I
I
suppose
mean,
that's true. Depends on how
and
much.
we just
Yeah.
have a small Subaru, so
Right.
we don't have like a huge truck or a truck bed where we can throw a bunch of the gear in the back. We have limited space, so
Yeah.
you put a rooftop tent on your vehicle, you take away a lot of real estate where you can store stuff.
We're talking about raining. What do you do when it rains? I mean, do you hang in the tent all day?
Not necessarily. We have tarps that we
We
can
have
set
tarp.
tarps set up,
Okay.
and we have our rain gear.
And
so
we've gone hiking in the rain. You know
Oh,
what I
wow.
mean? Like, it's actually, we knew it was going to, we went to camp, we set everything up, and we're like, who cares if it's going to rain? Let's just get our gear on and go for a hike, right? And we did that. And
We
it
did.
was
That's cool.
fun. Yeah,
Sometimes that stuff is more fun than just a regular.
It is.
hike.
it is. Absolutely.
That is funny.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, here's something strange. Have you ever been on a trip? You go on a trip, and maybe your focus was to go to this destination. All right. And along the way, you get sidetracked with something, and maybe it was just something that happened out of the, and that turns out to be the freaking highlight of the trip. You ever had that happen?
Ooh.
a squirrel moment.
No, not a squirrel moment.
Oh, like hey,
No.
let's go that way.
I'm gonna say probably Algonquin trip. We were getting ready. We just finished a portage and going to another lake, and we ran into a couple. They said, "Where are you headed?" We said we were going to Head Lake, I think it was, and they said, "Oh, there's a really cool waterfall."
Oh yeah.
We're like on this other campsite, and we weren't even thinking to go to that campsite. I didn't even know there was a waterfall there because we wanted to be at a campsite closest to the next portage in the morning.
Mhm.
But we did. So we did a little, side paddle and went to this little waterfall, and it was really nice.
Right. I mean, and of course, from where you
Yeah.
came out of that portage to head over to where we were going to camp near the next portage for the next day. So like we're heading this way. The waterfall was like tucked back in a cove over here. We would never even seen it or even thought to even gone that way.
Yeah. So that was really nice. Definitely.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree. That
Mhm.
would be it.
Yep.
Yeah, it isn't kind of fun when stuff like that pops in. Like, oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
absolutely.
We didn't expect that. We didn't even plan it. It was just, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a definite way cooler factor if you just stumble across it and it's like, wow, and experience it. But then, the other half says, oh, I wish I would have known that. I would have gone that way to go see that.
Mhm.
If someone tells you prior to the trip. So it's,
Sure.
50-50.
But we got to experience. That was really nice.
Yeah.
You see people on the way and they go, hey, have you guys checked that out? You ever do that? And
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
For sure. Mm-hmm.
you didn't know about, and you're like, oh, wow, thanks.
Yep. Definitely.
I think the camping community and the paddling community is the same way, but everybody's very, what they want to help people. They want to help each other and kind of go, hey, I've got to see this. I mean, that is what's one of the really special things about those two communities. Hey, what was your most memorable trip? I mean, the very most memorable things you go like, man, that's going to be hard to top that one.
Algonquin.
It has to be Algonquin. Because I think that was, we were preparing for it, and just it was pretty epic. But I think our next trip is going to be topping that one. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
What's the next trip? Do we get to know?
Yeah.
So we're doing 6 days, 5 nights, mid-September on Isle Royale.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're going to fly in.
Yep.
You can take a boat over, which is like 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
not doing that. But right. And it's actually what, like a 8-hour drive north for us to even get to where we got to go. And then we have, I think it's a 30-minute flight to the island. And I'm excited.
A little bit of an adventure. I mean, it's a multifaceted adventure.
So
it is.
Oh yeah, it's.
But actually, so then we're going to be 6 days on the island, and we're doing 45 miles. And then when we're done that, then we're going to go up further northern Michigan to
spending one night in Hope.
Oh, one in a hotel to get cleaned up and get pretty.
to refresh for the second leg of the trip,
Yeah.
to go up to the tip of Copper Harbor for an overlanding event.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's cool. That sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun, though.
It's gonna be great. I'm excited. And there's no bears on Isle Royal. There's moose.
Over 2,500 moose.
Yeah, so that's what we have to kind of
17
prepare
wolves.
yourself. There's the wolves, foxes, so
a lot of foxes.
It's gonna be great.
Well, I just be prepared. That's all I can tell you.
We will be. We will.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But it sounds like it'd be a great time, though.
I can't wait. So that's our big trip of the year. Is that definitely
everything that we read and looked into and researched and stuff like that. I mean, September is the bomb to be.
When is this? Okay, it was what dates are you going here?
September the 10th is when we fly out.
10th.
Yep.
Now, are you going to be doing any like video footage of this thing or any?
Oh yeah.
It'll be filmed. Everything will be filmed.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, you're gonna love it.
You know, when you do your filming, I was going to ask you this. When you do your video, are you guys pretty? You seem pretty comfortable on camera. Both of you do. But I mean, do you ever get once in a while camera shy, or does one of you ever get camera shy?
I think.
What?
He is more. I am like a camera girl. Like bring on the media kind of girl. That's just me. But
I love it.
I know. But I'm gonna say
I'm not camera shy.
Yeah.
No.
Like when we first started, John was like, I'm filming. They're going to see me filming kind of thing. That was like an old school camera thing. I don't know why I did that, but whatever. You know what I mean? And you were like, oh no, they're going to know them film. I'm like, who cares? They're going to be jealous. They're not filming something to remember.
Okay, that's not camera shy.
Okay, it's not camera shy, but you're definitely better, honey.
Who's let me ask, because I'm totally in the dark about this. Who's the camera ham?
He makes a lot of the jokes and
you're the camera ham. I love it.
Mm-hmm,
I love
it. Definitely.
And do you say, here's Johnny?
Sometimes.
I had to do that. Sorry.
That was good.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. And when you guys do your footage, do you ever, I mean, there's a lot of, I'm sure everything's not first take, right?
Yeah.
Mostly it is.
Mostly it is, but no, there is a lot of some retake.
You guys are good then, man. You guys are very good.
We do. I mean,
first take.
When we're trying to do like a certain segment or something like that we actually really want, then then we'll work on perfecting it. But I mean, when we're hiking down the trail, we're just kind of winging it. I'll start singing or humming or I don't know.
And go ahead.
You ever get mad and go, this is just not working. This scene is not working. This footage is not working. And you just go, forget it.
We do.
Do you?
Yep.
We do for sure. That is true.
And it gets deleted.
But when there's more. That's what John always says.
That's
his catchphrase for sure.
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
Exactly. Tell him what he's won.
But I mean, when we started this YouTube channel, CW, it was just for us. Us. We're not going to be documentary, filmmakers. That's
never know.
Not our thing. Maybe, but that's not our thing. I mean, we're not looking for the 3 weeks in the wilderness up in the Yukon or like that's not our. We just like to record what we do. We're real people doing real stuff. You know what I mean? That's it.
And that's the best. Those are the best kind. Anyway.
Yeah, and we're having fun.
Right.
Yeah.
That is the whole point, isn't it? That's what they tell me.
Yes.
It's all about having fun. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you think this whole the idea of couples camping, do you think that has created a bigger, stronger bond between you two than say doing something else, for example?
Yeah, we'll be probably sitting on the couch eating bonbons and watching reruns of Married with Children or something. Right? It's like, did you get the laundry done?
Right.
No, It's way better.
It is. There's definitely some impact, right, that it has in a relationship. Obviously, it's positive.
Mhm.
There's a lot of benefits that go along with it, you know.
That's right.
When you're outside, I mean, when you used to play as a kid, that's the best thing ever, let alone being outside as an adult playing outside and then with your friends, you know what I mean? Like,
we've met
awesome.
We've met a lot of awesome people.
And I think people, when, you know, people see us, not all the time, but they'll be like, wow, that's so awesome. You guys get to do it together.
Mhm.
Well, and I mean, there's a lot of people who will solo trip, or, you know, just the guys or the girls or the groups or what, which is great too. But we do the couple thing really well.
Do you learn the extremes of each other when, you know, doing this kind of thing together?
Like how far we can push one another?
Exactly. How far you can, in other words, how much endurance your partner actually has. And isn't that you respect that person even more and give a greater amount of appreciation?
Yeah, I mean, we can we know our limits. We just get to the point, say, hey,
and not afraid to say it.
I'm done.
That's the thing.
I'll be like,
I'm not going to hold it in. No. Like we were hiking last year.
I'm not going to like coax around and say, oh, come on, you know, one more mile, or you know, hey, you know, let's try this or something like that. But you know, when one says, hey, that's it, I was like, okay, I'm good with it.
Right.
It doesn't, and if it has any effect on our route or plan for our itinerary of the, you know, our trip, so be it.
Right.
You know,
you don't say.
I like to use the slogan.
We've had two.
We wing it.
Well, we do, and we've had two examples. Like once we had, we were paddling on the Manistee River, and we couldn't find a campsite for the second night. Like we just could not find anything dispersed. So it just didn't look right. So we're like, we better like hightail it back to like the livery, right? And we paddled hard for 6 hours. Like was it 8 hours?
It was 8 hours.
So that was a long time to be in the river. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And I don't know. But anyways, we did that.
But we ended up having a great night.
Oh, yeah. The end result was always really fun, too. And then we were hiking last year and same thing. I mean, I had just gone to my limit and I just was like, I cannot carry this heavy pack any further. Like, I am not moving. I don't care if it's not a campsite. We are dispersed camping right here.
Are you each other's coaches? Yes.
That's a very good question.
Or is there one person that's always, come on, you can do it. Come on, Colleen, you can one more, you know.
I'm Miss Positivity though.
She is Miss Positive, but I get we're equal.
We are equal though. That's true.
You coach each other, and you really
like,
are.
I wake up like this, like I'm all the time, like it's crazy. It'll make you nuts, but.
No, she's like, no, one more sleep.
One more sleep. Yeah, but then I make it really good. But yeah, exactly.
One more sleep.
Yeah.
Have you ever said, "Wow, man, John, I didn't know you could freaking do that, man. I mean, that's impressive." And you go, all this backcountry stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's right. You ever do that? You ever do that?
Yeah.
How about Johnny with Colleen? You ever do that? You go, man, I didn't know you could cook over a fire like this, or whatever. I'm just making that. I'm not gender thinking here, but I didn't know you could. I didn't know you could.
Wow.
You're fine. You're fine.
Stir that up.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna say that I don't give up by any means, and I like to try new things, and I love to try to push myself, because that's how you learn a little bit. Yeah. You know what I mean, and see how far you can go. But I think we push each other.
How about eating more fish?
I'm not eating fish.
But you both have impressed each other at some point, then.
Oh yeah.
I mean, 100%.
Her organization
that was where I was
skills
going.
are off the charts.
Yeah.
That's right. Cool. Yeah.
I think that stirs up the romance too, don't you?
We kind of like each other.
When you impress each other, you're kind of like, wow, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Aww.
So, upon finishing a trip.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this here. When you're finished with a trip, you get everything, you get out of the water, off the water, whatever you want to call it. You pack up, you load up, and put everything in the vehicle, and you're down the road, stink like hell. But you're hungry, and you're like, okay, we gotta. When you're heading into the whatever town it is.
Yeah.
What kind of food you looking for after a week on the?
Ooh.
You first.
I'm a hamburger girl. I'll definitely like the big juicy, like bring it on. Just something I don't even though you can have a hamburger out in the on your first night in the backcountry. No, I just when you get it just smells good.
Yeah.
It tastes delicious. It's a little dirty good. I don't know, sloppy and messy. And that's
Are you loading that thing up with a bunch of stuff on there?
Oh, it's like dripping. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Ketchup, mustard, mayo.
I'll have to agree with that. Or pizza and beer.
There you go.
So
Dustin.
we have to have a beer, definitely. A cold beer to go, cheers, yay, we did it. And
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pizza and burgers.
And a burger.
Yep,
They're
definitely.
both very satisfying.
Oh yeah.
Are you usually in the same mood for the same food at the end of the trip, or is it like to go, well, I want pizza, well, I want a burger?
No.
We compromise.
Yeah, we
You-
do.
you
That's
do.
Yeah,
true.
she goes, she's heartfelt set on, getting burgers, something like that. And I was like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
You're a good
Pretty
husband,
easy.
Johnny. You know that?
Thank
You're a great husband.
I-
That's why you're still married, sir.
That's right. We got this one. We got this one for sure.
She says that a lot. We got this.
What's your what's your plan for like a canoe? When you're saying we want a canoe, we want to get a canoe. What kind of canoe are you thinking about?
Good question.
Well,
Probably see the Kuehls paddling in the near future.
so we've done a bit of research. I mean, we really loved when we used a Swift canoe when we were in Algonquin, and we loved it. And the carbon fiber Kevlar package was so ultra light. I think we had a Kuwaitan 17.
Yeah.
So which probably will be along the same lines. It's either that or the Prospector. The Prospector is a little more stable, but it definitely would have to be on that 16-footer size because of the fact that eventually down the road here we're going to have one or two
We want to get a little puppy dog.
dogs.
There you go.
Yeah.
we need to have the room with our gear.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
we have to look at that aspect. But I
I have-
haven't looked into a Novacraft a whole lot. I know
Right.
there is a company here in the States. I haven't researched a whole lot. But we know what we want to do. We want a totally custom style looking boat.
Oh yeah.
I know Swift has the capability of doing it. We just haven't approached them yet to see if they can do it.
People like their logos and stuff like that on the boat, and I think it'd be kind of fun. And we have to, I don't know, color scheme. We'll see. We're gonna see.
One of their new boats that they just came out with here.
Yeah.
They have this color blend where it's kind of like it's a dark finish and it flows out into a blue metallic, I think it is.
Wow.
So it's kind of like a.
So
looks really
if
cool.
they can do it, I want to see if they can wrap the boat before they seal it and put the American flag on one side of the boat and a Canadian flag on the other side, and then
Right.
our logos on the.
How cool is that, right? There's no, and that was intended.
That's pretty fancy.
Cool.
Yeah, it'd be cool. And I mean, we wanted to go to Canoecopia 2 years ago when obviously everything all hit. That was going to be our big, hey, hurrah to meet and chat with people. And then this year was virtual. So hopefully next year we'll have an opportunity to, get something going there. It'd be good.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I like that whole idea. I didn't know they did custom paint jobs. We were talking about this last night on my show. Something about custom kayaks and everything, and I wasn't aware all that was going on. But yeah, I have a couple of Novacrafts. They're nice boats. They really are.
Yeah. That's from my hometown, London, Ontario.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they're from.
I met John. He came down and brought it down to Rockford, Illinois.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
He delivered both times there to me.
Wow. Very nice.
Yeah.
How are we doing for time there, CW?
No,
We are 7:20 and we've only got 2 more hours left, so we're good. Now she bought that for a second, Johnny. You know she did.
Like what?
Yeah.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
All right. Yeah. No, I think it's that's pretty much. I'm pretty much. I think I've asked the questions that I really wanted to ask you
Well,
guys.
we wanted to thank you, obviously. And can you just tell everybody in the chat, thanks for hanging out. That was super, super fun, obviously.
Yeah.
But can you tell everybody about kind of what else you do? Like, you have an Instagram, you have a YouTube, you have a radio show. You're on TikTok.
Yeah, I guess I am. I don't post
And-
there much, but I have a few things there. Yeah.
Right. And that you also have a website, which is pretty exciting stuff. So do you want to have a little chit chat about some of that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, my website is www.cwgoetzoutdoors.com.
Mm-hmm.
And my Instagram is at cwgetzoutdoors. And the actually my Facebook business Facebook page is CW Gets Outdoors. What else do I? Did you say TikTok?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The YouTube channel. So right, because the radio show is connected with YouTube, right?
Yep, that's the radio show and the
Mm-hmm.
live stream are simultaneous.
Right.
And then of course and that's in fact the YouTube channel is CW Gets Outdoors. The podcasts are on iHeartRadio, so we record the audio end of it, and those are posted on iHeartRadio. I think I don't know how many hours it is. It might be like a day or something like that. Sometimes it varies, but they'll be posted on iHeart. TikTok, I don't even know what the hell my TikTok thing is. Be honest with you, isn't that great? I could check, but I don't post there that often. I've got like a couple things there.
That's crazy. And you can get really cool swag. CW Get Swag. Everybody. And this, which is awesome, on the website, which was fun.
Yep.
And the radio show is Wednesdays.
Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Central. Yep. Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Central.
Right.
I mean, it's I enjoy doing the show and everything like that. It's really weird though. I kind of miss doing just the radio show as opposed to the live stream thing. And I guess it's just because I've done more of that than I have this. And I mean, you see what I look like. I'm nothing to look at.
You're pretty. You're good.
I'm better looking on the radio.
Yeah, you stop it. No, you're amazing.
As they say, I got a face made for radio.
Is that what they say?
Okay. They do for me.
Yeah, you got a face for radio, and that's exactly it. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm more comfortable on the radio.
I don't have a voice for it, but I got the face.
I think you have a good voice too.
Yeah.
You have a deep voice.
Yeah.
Well, that's super, super, super exciting.
It's been a lot of fun spending a little time with you guys here on the show, and you guys are a great couple. You're fun. You're fun-y. Johnny's got a great voice.
Thank
He
you.
does.
Thank you very much.
Oh gosh.
You guys, honestly though, you really encourage couples to get out there and do this sort of thing, and I understand that's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
And you do it very well, I might add. So
Thank you.
kudos to you both.
Thank
Thank you.
And we have fun. That's the key. Bottom line, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, we're real as it gets,
We are. And we've been really
which I'm not saying that every other backcountry couple out there aren't real. I'm just saying that this is us.
Yeah, like we said before, what you see is what you get. And we've had the pleasure of meeting some awesome people.
Awesome.
And obviously including yourself. And I mean, it's this whole like outdoor community is wild. Like, I just can't wait to meet people in person. Like, I just love it. And then, we've had some good relationships with some companies and stuff too. So, we are associated with Sawyer Products, which is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Our show, Mickwick, right? I mean, they sponsor our show. They made us cool little Mickwick stuff. Like, they made a red, white, and blue one and a red, white, red one. Like, how cool is that? Like, for our flags. So, and which we're gonna send you a little gift pack.
Canada.
I know, exactly.
Speaking of which, the Habs lost.
The Habs did lose, yeah. So we've been like really, really lucky to be associated with all that kind of fun stuff and get to meet all these really cool backcountry couples. So when we kind of put it out to, not tender, that's the wrong word, but put it out there, we have people up until October saying, yeah, I'd love to come and chit chat with you guys. So we look forward to meeting new people, definitely.
Oh, yeah. It's right.
Yeah. So it's going to be good. It's going to be great.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah. You have been amazing. And make sure, whoever's here, make sure you check us out. Follow us. We're on Instagram, not just Kuehl Kuest, but also the car. So do you follow the car? So our Subaru has its own Instagram page. It's Jack Forster.
So it's JACK.
No A. There's no A. There's no A. No.
Are you sure?
I'm sure there's no A.
No way. No way.
No way. A.
I thought there was an A in there. Honestly, I got to go with Johnny on this one here. I'm
Oh
not
God,
I have to look now.
oh my goodness.
we could
Let's
both.
Yeah,
make sure.
no, see right there. JACK,
Oh,
the number 4
okay.
STR.
Okay, it is. Okay.
That's our license plate.
Oh, that's our license plate. That's right. You're right.
Whoop, whoop. One for
So
me.
if you were in
All
Kmart
right.
or Walmart and they said your license plate, Colin, you wouldn't have a clue what they were talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Your lights are on. They're gonna remain on.
Oh goodness. I know.
Well,
So
so hey, my I used to have we used to have another personal license plate before I changed it to Jack. It used to be called Sin Bin.
Sin bin?
Yeah,
Oh.
SINBIN.
I think I could do the math on that one.
do you know about that?
Well, I'm just using my imagination.
No,
but
see, no.
No. Totally
I
wrong.
knew that wouldn't be it, but yeah.
It's
No.
old school hockey terminology for the penalty box.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you knew where I was thinking with the other thing, right?
Yeah,
The
you
other-
were.
Of course.
We've had people fall before and go wait for us to get out of the vehicle to check us out because the license plate said sin bin.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah.
But
Right.
you know what? Just one more quick thing. I think we've talked about this before, CW, is that as much as we love outdoor stuff, you know, John's got his Detroit Tiger hat on. We
Mhm.
love baseball.
I'm a huge baseball fan. Huge
Yeah. Yep.
baseball. I'm
What's
a
your favorite team?
He's a
well, I'm a Cubs fan. I've always been a Cubs fan,
Yeah.
but you know, it's hard to beat the Yankees all the time. Those guys are just
Ooh.
they have such talent on that. But you think about
Oh.
money too, right?
No, they
Right.
just got money.
What's your favorite baseball movie?
Oh,
Ooh,
what's
wow.
not the one with the kids?
What, Sandlot?
No, not that one.
That is a great baseball
That is
movie.
good.
Field
I
of
got two.
Dreams.
Field of Dreams. That's the one. I like that one.
Oh, okay. So there's good movie. I
I
got
was
two.
waiting for her to say Bull Durham or something.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Yep.
mean, that's a real good one. I like For the Love of the Game.
That was one of mine. I was just going to mention that. That's one of them. The
Um,
other one, Pride of the Yankees. That's my
I've
very
never heard of that.
Never
That's
heard of
cool.
it.
Okay.
the Lou Gehrig
Okay.
story.
Very cool.
Or, of course, everyone's favorite, Major League.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
I'm
That's
trying to-
with,
yeah. Was that Tom Hanks?
No, John.
No.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen, The Wild Thing.
That's right. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
here we go. Full-time dream. We have the Buffalo Blue Jays. So we actually, because the Blue Jays aren't playing in Toronto, right? Because they have to stay in the U.S. to play all the U.S. teams. But we just got Tiger and Jays tickets. So we're going on August 28th.
Oh,
so
that's
I'll
cool.
wear my Blue Jays gear and he'll wear his Tiger stuff. And it'll be good. Yeah.
You know, Bull Durham, it's a backcountry peddler. This my favorite line in that movie was lollygaggers.
Oh, lollygaggers. Yeah, there you
Throwing
go.
the bats down. Yeah.
So good. So good. Well, we did it. Episode 4. Backcountry
All right.
couples.
Yeah.
Get to know the Kuehl Kuest.
Wasn't too bad.
That was perfect. That was so much fun. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, CW.
Oh, you're very welcome.
That was really cool. Everybody, make sure you go check him out.
Yes.
All right. All right.
You guys are great.
Thank you very much. Stick around for 1 second down there. All right.
All right.
All right. Very cool. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Thanks
did
y'all
it.
for joining.
Yeah, we did for sure.
Hey, we did it.
We did it.
We always do it.
We always do it. That is true. If we're giggling and having fun, it's always a good time. Right? Next week, another couple's coming up.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say who it is. I can say where they're from.
No.
No, I'm not going to say where
We're
it's
gonna wait
from.
till Monday's post.
Monday's post. So we're going to post it on Instagram. We'll put it up on.
She says I mean
that
her.
be- this girl right here. And on YouTube, so you'll see what's going on. And this weekend, we're actually going to do we're going to record a backcountry couple this weekend. So I'm kind of excited about that. So one that can't do it live, but we're going to do a recording. So we'll keep you posted on that too. Be kind of fun. All right.
Tune in.
So happy pre-Friday, because heck yeah, it's Thursday.
Whoop, whoop.
And I hope everybody has a fun weekend. Thanks for joining in. It's nice to see everybody. And next time, no scaredy cats. John's going to put that link in there and get on. Okay. So
Yeah.
that'd be awesome.
We're not naming any names.
Mark. All right. Good night, guys.
All right, y'all have a great one.
Thanks.
We'll see y'all on the next quest.